Hi, with this video, I wanted to show you how I'm going to use Google Earth for an activity with my 5th grade students. So within Google, I'm going to have my students go into Google Earth, and then once they're in there, I'm going to have them choose New, and they're going to create a new project. And then what I'm going to have them do is search for art museums in the United States. So being an elementary art teacher, if I want to be able to show my students where all these different art museums are all over the United States, this is a cool way for them to not only be able to find them, but then to explore different things about them. So what they're going to do is they're going to see all these different museums, and then right here on the left, you can see that they're all listed. So I'm going to choose the first one is in Chicago. So then it's going to take me to the Art Institute of Chicago. It's going to show me a bird's eye view, and I can grab the map and go all around it and see different things all around it. And then I can go over here for a short description of the museum. And then within this box, I can click, and then there's all kinds of different pictures of the outside of the museum. There's some art inside, and they'll be able to see some different pieces of art that exist inside this museum. So then once they're done kind of exploring this museum, they can go to the next one. And then the Google Earth application will take them to the next museum. It's the same thing. They'll be able to look around. They can see the description, and then they can click to find some different things happening around that museum. So it's a really cool way for them to explore all these different museums without having to go to a whole bunch of different sites or kind of get distracted by a whole bunch of different things. They can just travel from one art museum to the next, and then they can see as much art as they want. Then they can exit out, and then they can go to another museum. The Philadelphia Art Museum is in our area. So when they look at the Philadelphia Art Museum, they might even want to look around. They might have been to this museum before. They might know that Boathouse Row is over here and be able to see the map. They might have been to the park before. So they can see all these different things. And then they can click on the pictures, and they might be able to say, like, oh my gosh, like I remember that museum, I remember the statue. I remember seeing the tapestries on the wall. The view from the stairs on the art museum. They might be able to, they could see now some different pieces of the art that exists in this museum. So this is a great way to use the Google Earth tool to be able to see all these different art museums in one spot. If I wanted to expand my search even further and say, if I just went back and said art museums, it would, I wanted to say art museums. I could say in Europe. Then it would take me out of my search from the United States, have me go all the way over here, and then I'd be able to do the same thing, but in a whole different part of the world. So then I'd be able to click on different spots and then see all these different pictures. So not only can I do it in the United States, we can go across the globe and see all these different places in all these other different pieces of art in different museums around the world. So that is how I would use the Google Earth as a very cool application for my students in my elementary art classroom.